gawking at this idealized version of myself. Like,
Is the pompadour the idealized version of myself? Is that what we're getting at here? Is this truly how I see myself deep down? With hair. Zepla. That's a familiar name. Are you in love with your character in Final Fantasy XIV? That's a great question. I would say yes, because the pompadour is, you know, the most glorious of Warrior of Lights that ever existed. I know other people. Disaster is 100% in love with their character. And CT is definitely in love with your 14 character.
Hey, Buns.
Hey.
I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
I'm in love.
Oh, with the stripper.
My bunny girl.
Oh.
In Final Fantasy 14. Who could have guessed? Right. Mornings at 11.
It is a fabulous bunny girl. Disaster, you gotta step your game up.
Hair with the little flowers in it. But the flower isn't in all of the hairstyles, but it's in some of them. I wish it was a toggle, but whatever. The way she does this. I know I'm not the only one who is enamored with her FF14 character. I mean, what else are people doing in G-pose for 10 hours at a time? Getting the perfect angle on the moonlight, shining up the crevasse.
G-pose? Oh my god. What a freeze frame. G-pose is actually harder than it looks. I've gone into G-pose many times. Y'all have seen me, and I struggle to get things done in G-pose. G-pose is a skill in its own. Excuse you, my bun is better. You might be in love with Zepla's bunny too now.
The valley. I mean, that's the whole game, isn't it? Or it can be.
Glamour,
if you are obsessed.
yeah.
Like me. Or actually, when you are obsessed. Okay, not if. You might be in denial now, but it's happening. Okay, it'll happen to you. To an absurd degree that I have never experienced in another game. Like, FF14 is built for that. It encourages it. I mean, there are even a ton of other NPCs who definitely have a crush on your character and are not good at hiding it. And who can blame them?
Gra was so enamored. So enamored. You don't have enough info space for glamour. Extreme raid progression, ERP. There it is. Yeah. Which we're progressing in our extremes here. But yeah, Graha is very enamored with us. Sir Amaric very enamored with us as well. Right? We got our own cat fanboy. Yeah. Graha is such a sweet character. And then I know someone here who fawns over Amaric, so reciprocating here.
Don't you play through Windwalker? And at that point, it's weird if you don't. So maybe it's that, right? You just play the same character for so long. Is it just a function of time? Hundreds of hours of story. You're bound to get attached eventually. But, I mean, no, because I played World of Warcraft for more years than I played Final Fantasy XIV, and I liked my Night Elf.
But let me continue her thought here.
Her a lot. But would I isekai myself into the game to take a bullet for her? Well, I mean, no, because she got banned. She already took that.
Here's the thing. When I played World of Warcraft, I love my character. Here's my first question going to be. When y'all play like MMOs or even RPGs, even if it's not like you can customize your own character type of RPG and you're given a character, when you play those games, do you make decisions and act like as if you were actually in the game? That's what I tend to do. That's kind of how I go about playing my characters as far as like dialogue choices. Now, as far as like customizing, I don't know. I always, if I give it the chance, I try to make them look like me, but either like me or extremely ridiculous like a pompadour. Usually, yeah. I find it hard to get attached to your WoW character because you have so many. I wish you could do everything on one character. Oh, I guess that's one of the things, right? Because in WoW you would have a lot, but you would have a main. You definitely have a main. Always play the character as your character, never myself. I play myself every day. But that's the thing though. I like playing myself in these fantasy worlds because I don't get to play. I don't live in a fantasy world. I don't get to be a Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, doing things on a galactic scale, right? I don't get to be living in a post-apocalyptic Fallout world or a fantasy Skyrim world. No, that's why I insert my. Maybe I'm just escaping. Am I just escaping real life right now? Maybe that's what's going on.
That bullet, rest in pieces. I also played Mikote before.
Oh, actually, getting back to the World of Warcraft thought. On that train of thought, I love my character. In World of Warcraft, I wish I could show you my armory or whatever. When I played back in Vanilla and the Burning Crusade, I think it got deleted and like my account got hacked or something. But I had a orc hunter named Kevork. And Kevork was the greatest hunter that ever graced the lands or the world of Warcraft. Kevork was fierce and also had gray hair just like the Pomp. But Kevork was the best. You might get to live in a post-apocalyptic world. Time will tell, homie. That is true. You never know what might happen. That might happen.
All right, and I loved her a normal amount, but I wasn't
Whoa.
like kneeling before my monitor like a priestess offering gifts to Aphrodite. But is it not more like that story of Narcissus who fell in love with his own reflection and never looked away, like never stopped staring at it until he died? I mean, there's a reason why that G-Pose add-on for WoW is called Narcissus. This is what we're doing. It's my character, right? It's my embodiment of myself in the world. Like,
Yeah, see? That's how I view it.
Am I really a narcissist? Like, am I really just stroking my own ego, gawking at this idealized version of myself? Like,
Is the Pompadour the idealized version of myself? Is that what we're getting at here? Is this truly how I see myself deep down? With hair? Is that why I had the Pompadour? I had hair when I made the Pompadour, but it was going. But maybe that's why I made the Pompadour, because I never got to experience life with a Pompadour before. I think it makes sense.
why her? Why now? What is it about FFXIV characters that makes people obsess over them to such a crazy
Explain the hats.
as evidenced by the mountain of fan art, fan fiction, screenshots, fan art, and fanfics, and fanfics. The undeniable truth is that in FFXIV, you can just, it's easy to make a really good looking character. The OCs that you can make in this game is, frankly, leaps and bounds ahead.
How does Yes, I should. Okay, I could do that. How does Final Fantasy XIV's customizability, like character customizability, as far as aesthetics go, how does that compare to other games? Because in World of Warcraft, when I played it, I'm sure even now there was definitely not a lot of customizability. But what about current modern day MMOs? How does 14 fall in that scale? And I think maybe that's one of the reasons why maybe other MMOs aren't offering that kind of customizability. Maybe that's why people are so enamored. Also because, again, we talked about this in some World of Warcraft verse 14 videos before, but the aesthetics of Final Fantasy 14, right? It has a more realistic, humanoidish sort of aesthetic. I think we feel a little more relatable to them. Your first character was a Lalafell because you were hungry and got some tater tots. I almost made a Lalafell. I went with the Rogadin, the big beefy Rogadin, partly because I read that that Rogadins were not played as much, so I figured I'd give some representation to underrepresented race here. Character customization is super strong in 14. I read that maybe like Black Desert Online has the best customization. I don't know. I've only seen clips of a Black Desert Online, but the game looks gorgeous.
Of
You made a Lalafell eventually.
MMO that I've played in this.
Lalafells are popular.
Like,
there's a lot of Lalafells.
Unless you want eyebrows. They are rationing the eyebrows for some reason. I do not know why. Okay, like Rafa got them, Vina got less. Midlander got them, a Highlander got less. I don't know why they're rationing out the eyebrows. Just use the Sharpie, okay, if you need it. That's why it's there.
Whoa,
It's
thick
just running
eyebrows.
around,
Whoa.
you will see so many unique and adorable characters. Sometimes they are, less
Whoa.
unique.
Oh. Talking point. It has a good balance of cute and cool. Yeah, I like the Final Fantasy aesthetic. I like the way it looks. People who are trying Final Fantasy, they're like, and they can't get used to the cat girls. I find that weird, or the cat people. I find that weird because it's like you probably have played a lot of fantasy type games before with dragons and all sorts of other, humanoidish races like that. Like, what's up with the cat girls? Some people just can't cope with how hot Final Fantasy 14 characters are. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think because maybe it's a little jarring because they look humanoid, right? It's not like cartoony fantasy. It's like, are you talking about outfits and accessories? Oh yeah, the glams and everything. That's the other side of this coin here, right? They also give them so many idle poses and movements that make him more lively. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of emotes in Final Fantasy 14. In past MMOs that I played, not a lot to do, and there's people like hanging around and just emoting and everything. But yeah, the definitely the customization as far as the glams and everything. I've seen so many different styles. It's crazy. There's so many things that people can do. Right. That's pretty freaking awesome. Plus, the one thing BDO has is jiggle physics. There you go. We got to get the jiggle physics there, baby. Emote's big part. 14 has jiggle I can attest to that. 14 has jiggle physics because when I was recording the Moonfire Fair video, there was a shot of Disastra's character, and I saw the jiggle physics in full effect. You can go watch that video. You could see the jiggles.
Less unique, but I'm sure that's just because we need more options, right? Like maybe more shades of pink, like hair, like at least 50. New shades. It's not the gamers who have limited imaginations, because, I mean, if you want to make it tsundere, she needs to have red or pink hair.
Oh, okay. Wait, a tsundere? Is that how you say that word, tsundere? Remember, Disaster is a tsundere? I thought it was tsundere. Yo, oh, Novel's here too. Wait, Novel, is it tsundere? Disaster, is that you? You're a tsundere? You made a tsundere.
If you want to make it tsundere, she needs to have
red
or pink hair.
That's you.
That's how it is. My character, she's more of a kamidere, or maybe a himedere.
What the hell is that?
She has white hair. Okay.
What does that mean?
Rules.
Not well.
But cuteness matters.
Teach me.
And you can pick any race you want, and there's going to be plenty of cute options there for you, or handsome options, or whatever you want for any palette, right? Palette. Maybe too many cute options. Like, I wouldn't mind some more pissed off faces, or stern faces like guys get. But I mean, what do you have to be mad about? You're hot.
Get the aura are always mad.
I fall in love all over again every time I get a nice.
Zepla's trying to pronounce the Japanese word with a Texan accent. Oh, Sundera? It's a Sundera? Okay, we're close. Fuck off, I am not a sundry. Actually, I was going to bring this up too. In accordance with how I like to insert myself into the game world via my character, I don't think I've ever made like a female character. I've always made male characters because it helps me relate more. But I know a lot of you, everyone here, all of you here who are male play female characters. And then, well, we have Sorrel here who is female but plays a male Catboy. So in the opposite way, you exclusively play female characters. Okay, interesting. See, I never did that. I always just played male characters. I never like questioned it. Like, you do what you want. But I always made male because it helped me relate to my character more. Male characters are so boring. I actually saw a Reddit thread about that a while back. I think it might have been a Final Fantasy 14 thread, but someone was like, why? And there's a lot of the points that we brought up here. It's like, why, people who are male, why do you make a female character? Some people are like, why not? Because I'm a male in real life, so I want to do something different. From that level to other people were saying, oh, because I want something nicer to look at while I'm playing. Female characters are cute, right?
Glam for my character. When I first saw Viera on the benchmark before Shadowbringers came out,
where'd the female Hrothgars
gear
at?
on them, I knew. Oh my god, this race, like the gear looks the best on it. Like, Viera's almost cheating because
there are certain races that certain gears will look better on.
Short.
For sure.
Okay. And if you got like short legs and a big head, then sometimes stuff might fit a little weird. Like
the cloth
playing Lalafell or something.
The cloth does not look good on the Rogadin.
I don't know about, because I don't play Lalafell. I'm just speculating.
It can't be only kawaii waifus and fashion.
Husbandos?
That makes some people quit their day jobs working in the English localization department of a mobile game studio and spend the next 7 years obsessing over their Final Fantasy characters, right? There's got
She was talking about mobile games there, but that's the other thing, right? People do the whole waifu collection thing, right? Especially, I think that's very prominent in mobile games, like gacha games where you're collecting characters. People are into that. Your experience in this game is that 80% of the Miko boys in the game are being played by female players. Oh, Sorrel. That's like Sorrel right there. Femroth in 7.0. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's bring on we need more Rothgars. I feel like the Rothgar is the least played race based off my experience of playing through the game. I feel like, I don't know about you, you probably play on your female characters for two reasons. You like to look at them more, and they have better glam options. Yeah, there you go. Gender bending is more common in 14 than reverse, I think. Yep, I feel like that's pretty common. Yeah. She worked for Raid Shadow Legends. Wait, really? Oh shit. You're excited for Femroth. You can't wait to see their final designs. I'm curious too. The fabled female Rothgars, where are they? Mikote also have the Wiggles.
Gotta be more to it than that. Right?
What explains this inexplicable loyalty and devotion? Is it that Final Fantasy XIV makes it hard to even think about playing another character?
It's because, first of all, in my opinion, first of all, the systems allow us to, you know, we can choose to play one character and do a lot of things on it. So there's no need to create other characters for the most part. But I think just the way the game plays out as an RPG first, story first, right? We are our character. We are the Warrior of Light. We've gone through this grand adventure. We've met all these other characters. Like, I feel somewhat attached to my character. We've been through a lot, right? It's been a journey. Female emotes better, glam better, generally cuter, all wins.
You better like your OC a lot, okay? Because all of your mounts, minions,
you see them in the cutscenes and everything
progress, too. Bullshit, Eureka progress, relics. Oh my god, you don't even get to use the house that you bought on your main character on any other character. But you don't need an alt. Because you can play all jobs on one character, right? So it's safe to say
I love that.
You're gonna be quite exclusive with your OC. I guess you could say.
Unless you're gray and you have 30 alts
between you guys. That's how they rope you in. Because think about it. You can play every job, but most people don't. Most people pick and choose a few jobs that they like that reflect.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It's having the choice to be able to do it. You don't have to do it, but you have the choice to do it, and it feels a lot better than not having the choice to play everything on one character. Not having the choice feels worse. It feels bad, right? Of all the race/gender dances, male Mikos have the worst. Sorrel, are you going to stand for this? Is this slander or is this true? Ella's in male worst, in my opinion. Rogadin has the best Haka. All the other races, your Hakas are slacking. You need to put more passion into your Haka.
They are what they're about. You know, I picked Dancer and Reaper because I feel like these are two sides of my personality. This is why I'm attracted to these jobs. You know, I like Doom, and I
never played
Animal
Doom.
Crossing.
I did play Animal Crossing.
It was like, okay, you liked Discord to Generations, and you liked Strawberry Fields Forever. You liked Papaya. You also liked Put the Coke on My.
Whoa!
What is that? The combination of
Put the Coke on my.
Gives your character some identity, right? It's like one of those Enneagram personality thingies. I think that makes them more real.
This looks pretty cool.
Easy to love, more relatable. It's like they're not just a vessel for that one job, not a fully formed personality. Well, they're still not fully formed, but you know, they're like semi-formed. They're more formed of a personality. Like, for example, in World of Warcraft, I love how strong class fantasy can be in that game, but sometimes it can feel that's all that character is. Like that is their whole identity. And maybe if I could cross-class into priestess, then my character would be more different. Maybe Illidan would notice me. But yeah, in WoW, I have a pretty bad altitis. I am hopping around all different characters, all different classes I want to play. I can never decide what I would do. It's fun.
Is that a thing now?
Can sort of dilute your...
There's like cross class stuff in WoW now. Step flail. Truth. Oh, male Miko's dancing is no bueno.
Attention across a set of different characters, as opposed to all of your focus being on that one singular OC, right? The culmination of all of my achievements, choices, preferences, and memories. All of it. All of it. The joy you have known, the pain you have felt.
It's the
the
story.
prayers you have whispered and answered, all poured into that one Final Fantasy character.
Oh,
But not
cross
just any,
faction.
the hero of the story who emotes and is expressive, right? And the emotes in Final Fantasy 14, I think, is another factor because they are the best.
That's what we talked about.
Any
Emotes, yeah.
game. Oh, I don't know about any game. I haven't played every game, but any MMO. They fit the vibe of the race. The aura is reserved, you know. The Mikote is very, like, animated, and Viera is sort of, like, dignified.
That's true.
Queen,
I never thought
you know.
about that.
The emotes
It
give
was,
your characters
it was right in front of me this whole time. That's why all your Hakas are lacking. Because the Rogadin is a beast. The Rogadin is right? That's why our Hakas are but all your Hakas are like right? That makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it was right in front of me the whole time, huh? WoW needs an emote overhaul badly. Oh, is it really bad? I don't remember when I played WoW there wasn't like an emo list either. An emote list. I don't think there was. I don't remember. I just remember typing it out more. Whereas in Final Fantasy, I'm pressing buttons to emote. Back then, I would slash, type it out. You play male for less attention, or at least when people say my character is cute, I don't take it the wrong way. So that is the thing, though. You liked a lot of the male glams, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why what Keyline brought up, right? I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of female players played male characters, right? Because I have read stories, and I'm sure it happens a lot where, people be creepy, man. They see a female character, I maybe assume they're female in other games. I think, okay, in a lot of other games, right, you see a female character, you probably assume that maybe they're female. People say weird shit to them. Actually, here in Final Fantasy, if I see a female character, most of the time I assume they're male. That's my line of thinking. Bad thing about Hot Bun is weird/tells. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, right? I would not be surprised. This is across gaming. It's not just MMOs or Final Fantasy 14. It happens all the time. Like if you're playing like an FPS or something with like voice comms, and there's like there's like a woman who's speaking, people get weird. They're very, it happens.
So much personality, and that is really endearing. It's one of those things that endears you to them. Who can resist? Like the ear wiggle on a Catboy. It is yet another parameter of self-expression for your character, and it's those sorts of things that make you feel drawn to your character and make you feel attached. It's like you can make a fierce bunny boy, you can make a moody aura, you can make a meathead Rogadin,
or a pompous pompadour.
I mean, even a scholar. You could be a scholar Rogadin. You'd be smart. Be the opposite of a meathead. I guess like egghead Rogadin. Point is, you give your OC personality you want, and you can go with that, and the game will support you with everything it has, except for eyebrows. Now hold on, what about all those Fantasia junkies who constantly flip-flop between appearances and races and everything? Are they not devoted and attached? I mean, clearly not. These people are like Asians who can't stay in the same body. Maybe they just can't find the one, or maybe it's more about the substance of the character. Can you imagine? Look, if you're a Fantasia addict, just let me know why. Why are you like that? Why are you like this? Do you hate Bunny?
I haven't met any Fantasia addicts yet.
Help me understand.
The closer...
in the end, I feel like being in love with your character is okay. So long as you don't tell anyone about it. But probably nobody's going to watch this video anyway. So I'm good. But if you are...
your secrets are safe with me.
A comment? Right? It's anonymous. What made you fall in love with your character? Or are you in hate with your character? Are things okay between you and your character? Or maybe you don't have any strong feelings and you're normal. They are indeed just a video game character. They're just a vessel for you to project yourself into the world of Eorzea. It's a way for you to hold all your loot and your stuff and whatever you gotta do, right? Is that you?
Yeah, I hold on to all my loot.
What it's like. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow Bun Buns. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I didn't know Zepla worked for Raid
Bye.
Shadow Legends. Are you in love with your character? Here's the clip here. Now I don't know any Fantasia addicts. The closest I'd say is Gray, but you know, Gray is going down the non-paid to Fantasia route and just making 30 different alts. You don't have an alt problem. You like all your alts. There it is. What's the count right now, Gray? Yeah, the Fantasia addicts are like Ashians, aren't they, huh? Am I in love with my character? I don't know if I'm in love with my character, but I'm definitely attached to my character. Because we've been through a lot. So Key Lime never gets tells. Do any of you get tells on your female characters? Do people like randomly message you? I get randomly messaged about the pomp, but it's never like, you know, along those lines. It's more of like a, wow, you look interesting. You played a female Aura since 2016 and haven't had any. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we don't want creepers. No creepers. Creeper, no creeping.